Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I look like death, I'm sorry. I just wasn't feeling too good, but I had to put up a video. This is a sample pack of Photo Finish primer by Smashbox. I'm going to put my hair back. I got this cute little heart to heart blinged out headband. I couldn't really decide what I wanted, but the plain white one was just getting on my nerves. Like I said, I've done put my simple moisturizer on, so we're going to start with the Smashbox primer. Just make sure you work it all over your face. It seems like there's not a lot in it, but when you start smoothing it out where it's silicone, it really is. It goes on real well. Next, we're going to go in with Maybelline Velvet foundation, and I'm in ivory on this. And I'm going to use my Morphe, I believe it's my Morphe 439. Nope. I'm using the MS Mall. It's just one I got off of Amazon, just to show you all that there's other things out there if you don't want to invest in Morphe or Stigma or any of those kind of brushes. Just start rubbing it in on your face. This brush isn't as dense as the Morphe one is, but if you have a chance to actually order the Morphe M439, I highly recommend it. It's denser. It makes your makeup and your foundation real smooth. This one just kind of folds with you, but I decided to show you that there is other options out there. And you can use your hands. I mean, some people still use their hands, but you're going to make sure that you work around the hairline, down around the chin, and the jawline. Make sure you work that out. You don't want any harsh lines. Then back up around the hairline. Make sure that you worked it in. I went ahead and went over my eyes also, just to give another base. And then I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Better Than Skin Concealer under my eyes. Go do that in a V shape on both sides under the eyes. It's just going to cover up any redness that you got on your cheeks or dark circles. Go down the nose. Get your forehead right in the center up above your eyebrows. Cupid's bow. And then your chin. I did get a little on my lip, but it won't hurt. Then with this damp sponge, whether it's a beauty blender or a Real Technique, this is a Real Technique, just start pouncing it up and down. Make sure it is wet, not dry. If it's dry, it's just going to take the product off. If it's wet, it's going to help smush it into the foundation and cover better. And you're going to do that wherever you put your your concealer. Then with the RCMA, I love this powder. There's no flashback. It's white. There's absolutely no color to it. And I'm using my Real Technique sponge again, and it is wet. You're just going to pack your powder on where you put your concealer, under the eyes, down the nose, the forehead, the chin, and the cupid's bow. And the reason I started doing it wet with this powder, it's a little bit finer than the Airspun translucent powder, and it just seems, I don't know, with a wet sponge it just seems to go on me better. You can try it wet or dry. It's up to you, but I like it the wet one. Now that we got that done, we're going to go in with our eyes. And I got, this is an Urban Decay sample of their potion primer. I finished it off on this one. I've used it several times. It don't take very much, but we're going to prime the eyes. Even though I put foundation on it, I'm still going to prime it. You don't have to buy eye primer. It just makes, for me, it makes my foundation go on a little bit smoother. So we're just going to work that in on the eye. And then Ulta had a really good sale. They had the $54 Urban Decay Gwen Stefani make eyeshadow palette for $39, and I got it, and that's what we're going to work with today. It's a beautiful palette. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's just, the colors are pigmented. I'm going to go in with a fluffy brush. And the first color I'm going to go in with is the second shade from the top, and I can't remember what it's called. And I'm actually not in my room to look, but it's the second one from the top. Just work, if you don't have this palette, you can just start with the lightest shade. Just work it into your crease. It's going to be your transition shade. You're going to do that on both eyes. Then I'm going to go in with a different fluffy brush. This is an angled fluffy brush. And I'm going to go in with the first dark shade on the second row. And like I said, I can't remember the shades. And I dropped my brush, of course. I wasn't feeling too good this day, but I had to get some videos filmed. I'm going to be out of town. So I've got to get some stuff filmed and worked up and edited, and that's what I'm working on today. So then with the paddle brush, I'm going into, I couldn't decide, can you tell? The green, it's called 1987. That I do remember. And put that on the lid. And it didn't look like it was really as dark as I wanted it to do. So I took some NYX finishing spray and sprayed my brush and then went in. With a big fluffy brush, go back over it and just blend it out. You just don't want no harsh lines. That's the whole point. Blend, blend, blend. You just do not want harsh lines. And I didn't take any extra product here to blend. I just, what product was already on there, I went in and done it. Then I believe I took a pencil brush. My nose was itching from the powder. I'm going to go in with the pink. Now I'm going in with the blue. No, the pink. I was right, the pink. I can't remember what it was called. I'm just going to put that on the ends and then work it up into the crease also. Just kind of blend it in. Then I'm going to take the pink and go underneath the eyelashes on the bottom. On both sides. If you look up, your eyes won't pull as hard if you don't. And then I'm going to take the fluffy brush and I'm going to go in with the green. It's a green yellow. It's really not a green. It's a green yellow. And dust it under there too. Then I'm going to go back in with the paddle brush and the pink and go back over it one more time on the bottom. Just because I wanted a little bit more pink. Then I'm going to curl my eyelashes. I've gotten to where I try to do that. I try to remember to do that. It's hard sometimes to remember to actually do that. I'm going to go in with a Wet n Wild mascara. Well, first I'm going to take the powder off. Then I'll work back on the eyes. Just going to dust it off. And then with the Maybelline Fit Me powder, press powder, where I didn't put the setting the baking powder, I'm gonna brush over it just because it helps, like your blush and your bronzer going a little bit better. And then with the Physicians Formula in the pink nude, I'm gonna put that on my cheeks, just rub it in. Then Adele has come out with a Pro Brow pencil, and it's triangle shape. Mine's in warm brown, and I absolutely love it. It just works so much better than the pointed pencil eyebrows. It just does so much better. I love it. So that's what I'm doing here. Then the spoolie going through just to comb it, make sure it's all blended on my brows. I did get my brows waxed finally. I was proud of myself. I had that done, had my nails done. And then this is the brow. It's a brow gel, and it's by, it was in my BoxyCharm. I was looking to see what the dog was doing. He got back in the bed or something. He's been wild the past couple of days. Nude pencil, I'm going to take that in the waterline. It's waterproof Rimmel. I'm going to use the sponge to pull down so that way it doesn't cause any harsh lines. It actually helps keep you from wrinkling if you don't pull on your skin. And I did put it on kind of thick just because I wanted my eyes to really look open, where I put that yellow green. We went in with a... No, it's not the Wet n Wild. I'm sorry. When I ordered my Gwen Stefani Urban Decay eyeshadow kit, they sent me a Urban Decay mascara, and that's what this is. It's just a little sample, and I really like it. The wand is kind of funny. It's got a bunch of different angles and brushes. The brush has got different, like it's short, medium, long, short, medium, long. I mean, it's like chunked, but I really liked it. Next, we're going in with Physicians Formula Butter Bronze. Just going to warm up the face a little bit, around the hairline, underneath the blush, under the bottom of the lip, around the nose a little bit, and then under the chin, jawline. And then I'm going to go in with, I believe it's Starlux lip liner. No, I'm going in with the Wet n Wild four color illuminator, just to give a little bit of glow to the top of my cheeks, down my nose, across the forehead, just a little bit over the brow, Cupid's bow, and under the chin, or on the chin under the lip. For some reason it didn't like it get it, so I took my finger and done it. Going to highlight that cupid's bow and highlight that nose. And then I go in with the Starlooks. It came in a boxy charm, and it's called Charmed. It's a pinky nude. Just gonna line the lips. And then I'm going in with Ofra Cosmetics Aries by, the collaboration is with Manny MUA. Manny MUA. MANNY MUA. It's his collaboration he done with Ofra. I absolutely love their lipsticks. Any Ofra products, I've got 4 or 5. I've got 5 now, and I love them. And then I made a little boo boo, so we're just gonna fix that. And I did get some mascara underneath the bottom of my eye, so I'm gonna take care of that. If you do this, just go ahead and finish your makeup, but leave the mascara if you make an accident. If you have a mistake, just leave it alone until the end. Let it have time to dry. If you do it when it's wet, it smudges and smears. If you do it when it's dry, it just flicks right off with a Q-tip, no problem. And that's what I'm doing here. I'm just cleaning up a little bit. That brush is kind of big. I do like it, however, I need to just get used to it a little bit more. And it's a sample size, so it's not a full size, so the wand's not as big. Then I'm going to take the NYX finishing spray and the Dewy Mist. Spray my whole face. This just knocks down all your powder. And make sure that your powder stays. And then I just flip my hair. I actually have colored my hair. It's darker than normal. But it's what I had on hand, so that's what I did. And that's it for the tutorial.